Episode 3 is finally finished after crazy all-nighters and basically destroying my health. But I can't post it or I will go to jail. And not only that, I will also immediately lose my lawsuit of $300,000, and the GoFundMe we made for Brian will go straight to this mystery company that I am no longer allowed to talk about.
I'm sure that most everybody is aware of this situation by now. But did you know that LEGO themselves may or may not have responded? It could be fake. It could not be not fake. I don't think it really matters. You just, gotta take a look. So let's check it out.
Someone, a customer of LEGO, reached out to LEGO's customer support and basically asked about the bricks and minifigs situation. And LEGO, of course, the customer support team, replied to them, and this is the reply they got. It says, "Thank you for reaching out to us and sharing your thoughts. We're aware of the situation and understand why it may raise concerns from our fans who care about the LEGO community. As Bricks and Minifigs operates independently, and because this is a legal matter, we are unable to provide more info. Your feedback is highly appreciated, and we're grateful that you've taken the time to get in touch. Please take our survey, blah, blah, blah. Natasha at LEGO Customer Service." So, now there is a possibility this email's been faked. It is like the easiest thing in the world to fake an email like this. Ask ChatGPT to write LEGO customer service would. Just put LEGO customer service at the end, send an email to yourself, take a screenshot, crop it, boom, here you go, fake email. So it's very possible this is a fake email. It's also very possible it's real. I wish I could, verify this and get some evidence. They really only show this screenshot in the video, and they also say that it could be fake. I think one of their subscribers maybe emailed it to them. Someone sent it to them on, social media, whatever it may be. So just letting you guys know, this might be fake. A few important things that are very easy to miss. The biggest thing is probably as Bricks and Minifigs operates independently. So that is the big thing. She is separating the LEGO brand from Bricks and Minifigs, which obviously, like most people know, Bricks and Minifigs is separate from the LEGO company. If you don't know that, here you go. But with that being said, she is confirming that, and I think if LEGO were to make an actual public statement, they would say something along those lines. Bricks and Minifigs operates independently, and they probably also add that they're not going to be, helping Bricks and Minifigs in any, special way. Bricks and Minifigs was scheduled to have a direct partnership to LEGO. LEGO is going to give them retail sets at wholesale.
I actually had no idea that this was a thing. Well, I guess that sucks to suck.
Similar to how LEGO kind of supplies Walmart and Target, they're going to supply Bricks and Minifigs with retail LEGO sets. Now, obviously, they'd get the wholesale price and everything like that, and it'd be really good for Bricks and Minifigs because they have a good margin on all these new sets, and people can go to Bricks and Minifigs and buy them there. Obviously, that brings them some good business. But I think that deal is in jeopardy. If it's not already, it will be, in my opinion, because this whole situation has been horrible for Bricks and Minifigs, and practically everyone and their mother knows about this. They know how social media works. They know how word spreads. It doesn't matter if, LEGO technically had nothing to do with the situation, because if they don't distance themselves from Bricks and Minifigs and are caught helping them in any way, shape, or form, I think it'll shake out badly, because people like me and others will report on it, and then your average person who all they know is, okay, Bricks and Minifigs did this, and I'm not going to shop there. Now they know LEGO is supporting them still. They're not going to do business with LEGO. They're probably going to boycott LEGO as a whole. But there's a second part to what she said that is also very important. She says, after she says Bricks and Minifigs operates independently, she says, and because this is a legal matter, we're unable to provide more info. So obviously, LEGO as a company isn't involved at all with this case. So for them to speak on it, they don't want to get involved in any way, shape, or form. So not only does that involve public perception and what people think of them, but they also don't want to get involved legally, named in the lawsuit for speaking out against Bricks and Minifigs, anything like that. I don't know how the legal side of things works, but I'm pretty sure if you're not involved with the lawsuit, you probably don't want to get involved later on. Like, whether it's real or fake, I think one thing is certain, LEGO is going to continue to distance themselves from Bricks and Minifigs. So even if this email is fake, I think we can basically take what, this email says as truth anyway, because it's almost certainly the stance LEGO is going to take in regards to the entire Bricks and Minifigs situation. And I don't think LEGO is going to make a public announcement, public statement about this.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Moving on, everybody was talking about this. Reckless Ben went to court without a lawyer. Why would you do that? Let's get into it.
Several cases involving Bricks and Minifigs, the franchisees, Reckless Ben, the Mancells, but today we're going to focus on one of them that had a hearing today. And this particular one was in the 4th Judicial District for the Provo Justice Court. You see Utah, state of Utah. You see the case number there, 261-000-376. So it's for misdemeanors, and it came up in front of Stephen F. Schreier. Now, this was for 2 separate charges, the first of which was disorderly conduct, and we're going to get into what that means and what that entails. That's a Class C misdemeanor. The next was criminal trespassing, which is a Class B misdemeanor. First, disorderly conduct is a very broad misdemeanor. It's something that, once again, in many places around the United States, if the police are really looking to get you for something, they can probably dig in under disorderly conduct and find something. So in this case, under this statute, the particular statute, it can be refusing to comply with a lawful order of the police to move from a public place or an official meeting, to unknowingly create a hazardous or physically offensive condition by any act that serves no legitimate purpose. So that's very broad there, right? B, intending to cause any public inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm, or recklessly create a risk of public inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm. Further, to engage in fighting or any violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior, to make unreasonable noises in a public place or an official meeting, making unreasonable noises in a private place, which can be heard in a public place, or to obstruct vehicular or pedestrian traffic in a public place or official meeting. So a lot of different qualifications here. Of course, this is a misdemeanor. This is not a felony. You're not going to lose any, rights here. There's no right to vote stripped away from you for this. Moving on, there's criminal trespass, which is a Class B misdemeanor, which is knowing that entry or presence or the unmanned aircraft, that's going to be the drone that they're flying, that the unmanned aircraft's entry or presence was unlawful, entered and remained upon the property, or caused the unmanned aircraft, the drone, to unlawfully enter and remain over the property, as to which notice against entering was given by, number 1, personal communication to the actor by the owner or somebody with apparent authority to act for the owner. So telling them verbally, hey, you need to leave. And we did hear that several times. Also, fencing or other enclosures, obviously designed to exclude intruders. In some cases, there was fencing and enclosures. And 3, posting of signs reasonably likely to come to the attention of intruders. So criminal trespass, once again, similar to the disorderly conduct, it's going to be very easy to get this one, and this one is more of a layup. But once again, this is not a felony. This is not something you go away for 30 years or life or get capital punishment over. These are just misdemeanors.
All right, do you have Benjamin Schneider online?
Yes, sorry for the last time you called. I think I hit the wrong button and accidentally got in a private meeting with the prosecutor, but I'm here now.
Oh, that's fine. All right, we're here on case 261 ending 376, scheduled for a pretrial today. And are you representing yourself on this case, Mr. Schneider?
Yes.
So that's called pro se. That means he's representing himself. The thing for Ben, the thing Ben has to worry about is this web that ties together. And what I would be very concerned about is, even if he felt confidence in this case for the trespassing for disorderly conduct to do that himself, he really needs a lawyer there to think about how these things are all going to tie together for him and how the results are going to play out.
Okay, have you had a chance to speak with the prosecutor then?
Yes.
And that's where you got to be careful too. You got to be careful what you say to the prosecutor, because, they're not always looking out for your best interest as the defendant. They might be looking to pull a fast one on you. They might be looking to take a different angle with you. So you have to be very careful.
Do you need time to do video footage?
Yes, there's the defendant claims that he gave some video footage to officers, and so I could look at that.
Okay. Does that work for you, Mr. Schneider?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you live, Mr. Schneider?
Los Angeles.
Okay.
So he's not in Utah.
July 6th, 11 o'clock in the morning. Does that work for you?
Yes.
So we got a date.
Okay. And you understand that's Utah time, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, have you done your fingerprints yet?
When I went to, I got arrested and did a fingerprint there. I don't know if that transfers over.
Usually it's got to be case by case, although it is very annoying. And some places do link these things up, but a lot of times it's case by case.
But I've not done a fingerprint for this specific case. No.
Okay, yeah, the fingerprints are linked to the case, so you need to go to your local police department, get a fingerprint card, and mail that into the court, okay?
Okay.
Old
Can you
school
get that done
fingerprint
by the
cards.
next court hearing?
Okay.
All right, that'll be the order then. Any questions for me, Mr. Schneider?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yeah, we'll see you on July 6th.
So boom, there you go. You have it. They have it there to see him on July 6th. So in this, it literally seems very simple. There's not much controversial. We're going to have coming up this hearing on July 6th. But what is true, and turning to my judgment, what is true is Ben needs to lawyer up for the trial. While being pro se is fine at certain instances, and maybe for the very, very basics here to come in and make an initial plea, he definitely should be lawyering up at this point to fight these charges, to fight these cases that he's going to be seeing. They're very serious. It's not something to laugh about or to mock. And even if, mind you, these things might be entering into some sort of diversion, or there might be some sort of plea deal, it still helps to have someone who has experience in Utah and has experience in these specific areas. And I think Ben going pro se might end up in a weird, we could see a weird sovereign citizen-esque scenario coming out if it doesn't, for example, if it doesn't stack up the right way. And I don't want to see him, having to rebel against the whole justice system or having a grievance because perhaps he didn't understand something correctly.
And Asmongold weighed in on what Legal Mindset had to say about this. He got a little heated.
This is what makes me so fucking furious. It's because how is it that not every single one of those animals in New York that was running around setting school buses on fire aren't getting charged for disorderly conduct, but Reckless Ben is when he's trying to hold a company accountable for pocketing somebody's Lego collection and stealing thousands of dollars potentially? Like that's what makes me so mad. Is like we literally have these rules. Like when I'm saying that like, oh, they should do something about these people, I have never advocated for them to create any new rules. All I want is for them to apply the existing rules in the right way. All I want is I want a tyrant that will apply these laws to, oh, you have your Bluetooth speaker in the subway? Wait, what do you mean you're at a waiting room and you're on the phone and the phone's on speaker? Right this way. Come to jail. You're going into jail now. You're going to be here for a month. That's it. No headphones? Oh, no freedom.
Have you done your fingerprints yet?
When I went to, I got arrested and did a fingerprint there. I don't know if that
it's actually crazy that they're able, like, I make this, oh my God, bro. Like, I'm losing it, bro. I'm actually losing it. I have no interest in speaking to Ben about the topic because I don't want to entangle his lawsuit and bring in another element that he could have to explain, especially considering that I'm another content creator and this is about a media case. The reason why I didn't discuss it with him isn't because I'm not interested. It's out of his own best interest. If he chose to discuss it with me, I would express my concern. And if he was okay with it, I'd of course discuss it with him. But I would never initiate that discussion. Does that make sense? No, I already thought of that. And again, like people in chat are saying that he does have a lawyer now. Man, I really just hope this is going to work out. I do. Like, I'm so angry that he's gotten, like, basically taken through the ringer for this. Oh, I was going to watch this video really quick for, like, some of the gameplay for this, because this game looked fucking badass. But before I do that, I want to talk about this just for a minute. So, I think it's absolutely indefensible and fucking disgusting, the fact that Bricks and Minifigs are driving him through they're trying to take him through the legal system, attacking him however they can. This is the way, by the way, I just wish that we had this same energy. I wish we had the same energy that these fucking retards have, because they are so detrimental and so problematic, and I wish we acted the same way. He's an idiot for enabling them, Zach. No, he's not an idiot. He's trying to do... I don't care if he made a technical mistake. I don't care about that. I care about who's right and who's wrong. I don't give a fuck about, like, oh, well, they technically shouldn't have been... I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that. Why would I care about that? Why would I care? Oh, there's some technicality that he's wrong on. Why would I care about a technicality? It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I completely agree. Do you know what happens when you follow the law with something like this? The law comes after you. Because they don't actually want to face accountability. Because they are the law. They make the laws and enforce them. Doesn't matter if they break them, who's going to arrest them? The government? They're the ones who want this shit to happen. They employ these retards. And then they don't do anything about it whenever they break the rules. Or when they use the rules against the people they were supposed to protect. This is beyond Lego for me now. I want this corporation to crumble. I want them to suffer, bish. And I want these police departments that were involved to also crumble. We're tired of shit like this happening. All the time. People try and do good, and they get punished for it. People do evil, they get paid with GoFundMe money. They tried to take the GoFundMe money from Reckless Ben. It's fucking crazy.
So, Meezy, fill us in on the Legos.
All right. There's this company called Bricks and Minifigs, and they are a Lego reseller. And there's this guy, him and his dad had a big collection of Legos, and then the dad got sick. So to cover the costs, they had a deal with Bricks and Minifigs that made sure that they would retain owning the Legos, but Bricks and Minifigs would sell them, and they just take a portion of the sale, you know? So then the dad gets better, and they're like, all right, we want our bricks back. And then the company's like, we actually don't have them, but they do have them. They're still on the shelves. They're advertising them on their Instagram and stuff, and they're just lying and lying. So that guy calls a YouTube guy, and then the YouTube guy does a whole investigation, and that's when it gets nuts.
Okay. So
well, what gets nuts?
Dude, this YouTube guy, he's just trying to investigate. He's like, give back the bricks. And the guy's like, no. And then he's like, all right. And then he goes through all the legal loops. So he makes a company. So the company is pretty much an exact copy of the other company, but he's just trying to infringe on them so that they sue him, and they won't do it. He makes a lottery but he goes through all the loopholes to make a legal lottery, and then he sells the minifigs because he owns the figures. So he sells the figures through the lottery, and the company doesn't give the figures away. So they're criminally in trouble now. But every time he goes to the cops are like, you got to leave. You're the one causing the problem. He's like, legally, they're stealing from me, and you guys aren't doing anything about it. And then that happens for a couple months. And then he tries to give up, and he starts a GoFundMe for the guy. And then he gets arrested for doing the GoFundMe in Utah because they you're still harassing these people, and he's not doing anything. And it turns out everybody's Mormon.
Okay.
The Mormon thing is the crazy thing. It's a Mormon, but all the cops are Mormon, all the owners of the company are Mormon. So there's
this is deeper than Legos now.
yeah, it's deeper than Legos, bro. Yeah. And this YouTube guy's figuring it all out in real time. This is 3 months old.
What kind of mystery is that? It's in Utah. They're all Mormons.
Yeah.
It's true. It's not,
Yeah.
I mean,
They're all Mormon.
yeah. I think it's about the Mormon mafia that more or less taking over Legos.
They're taking
What?
over Legos?
Taking over Lego
The
reselling.
Mormon mafia is
Yeah.
taking over Legos.
Because a lot of other people have tried to get their Legos
Oh
back,
my
and it
God.
doesn't work with Bricks and Minifigs.
Yo, my God.
so that's okay. So
The
that's
Mormon
a
mafia is taking
I
over.
know.
He's just high in his
The
room.
Mormon mafia.
The Mormon mafia is taking over Legos. Yo, my God. I gotta go inside and tell Shay. He goes, did you hear about the Lego thing?
Yeah, I thought it was truly
This is it?
the
That's the whole
Lego.
story?
Dude, it's crazy.
What's crazy
You
about
gotta
it?
watch the videos, man. He's getting arrested for nothing.